Hi, everybody. I'm Emmett with the What's Up Solar Podcast. I'm here today with Zach Kieran from Fronius, and we are going to talk about some exciting stuff that Fronius has going on. Zach, tell me what I'm looking at.
Yeah, Emmett, it's always great talking with you. I really appreciate you coming by the booth. So what we're showing here is the Fronius Safeguard. This is a UL3741 string level shutdown device. It's compliant for residential systems up to 600 volts. So this is removing the need for module level shutdown and replacing it with string level shutdown.
Tell me more. Like how many mods can I get in that?
Yeah, so we can put a string of 600 volts. So, anywhere between 8-10 modules connected to one single string. This is the single model, but we also have the duo. So it'd be 2 strings in, 2 strings out. But in this particular model, it's 1 string in, 1 string out. And it saves a lot of time and investment on those module level shutdown equipment.
Totally.
Especially when you have these guys that are down on the ground level floor, and they're putting all of those module level shutdown pieces on every single module.
Sure.
We're removing that complexity. We're removing that, hassle.
Yep.
And we're putting this down up onto the roof and just routing all of our string to that module.
Just like any MLPE, just kind of slides into the rail.
Yeah.
Attaches just like I'm used to with my optimizers or my micros.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Emmett. And so this device is certified 3741, and it's certified with Iron Ridge and all the install companies.
All of them. Okay. So tell me about this. Like does this just mount up on the roof, on the garage wall? Tell me about what am I looking at?
Now we'll move over to PV Point Comfort. So most people are very familiar with the branch circuits.
Yep.
And the idea here is that we run the backup equipment from those branch circuits, and it is actually installed directly within the inverter.
Oh, okay.
It's a retrofit part, so if there's ever the requirement there, they'll put this part in there, and then they'll be able to run a branch circuit off and have like 3 or 4 outlets, or maybe just 1 outlet that they would have constant power, and in a backup scenario, they would have.
Okay. So I can buy this unit, I can install it in my inverter, and then I can put a little outlet. Just like.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to work at all times if the power goes out?
Yeah.
As long as
you have a battery or you have the sun is shining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And then we'll move over to the Gen24. Of course, we've always had the Fronius smart meter wide range. It kind of ties the system together. And then a rapid shutdown initiator switch, which is basically an e-stop for the backup system.
Okay, so wait. So I have to flip this switch to turn this off.
Correct.
Okay.
It works with the loss of the AC grid.
Yep.
But if you have a backup system, and the firefighter pulls the meter out of the socket, then it's just going to initiate the backup system. This would be like the emergency stop for the backup system.
Okay.
Yeah, but in all general purposes, the rapid shutdown will work the same way. With the loss of the AC grid, this is power line communication. It'll just send a signal down to shut these off.
Oh, okay, cool.
So next we have the Gen24 and the Gen24 Plus. What's really nice about this is it's an upgradable model. So the customer can save a little bit of an initial cost by just installing the PV only version first. It's just a Gen24. And later on in the future, when they decide that a battery is right for them, they can install a battery and make a software upgrade and turn it into a hybrid inverter without changing any hardware.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, you can buy the Gen24 Plus directly out of the box, and that would be a hybrid inverter as well. But we give a little bit of convenience there just in case the customer is still making that decision.
Sure. It looks like it's not super heavy. Is that true?
Yeah, it is very true. Do you want to pick it up?
Can I?
Of course. So here, I'll show you. There's 2 clips on the side.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go like this.
Yeah.
And then like that.
Okay.
And this covers off, so just be careful. There's little handles here. You got it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't want to go for a run while holding that.
Right. But it's just, there you go. There you go.
But it's totally doable.
Yeah, so these are being installed over here at the Solar Games as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and they install these in 5 minutes. They get everything up and on the wall, snap it down into place, and then run the conduits to it. It doesn't take them very much time at all.
It's great. Does it come with one of these?
It does not come with one of those.
This is a Fronius branded torque. What am I thinking?
The Torx 20.
Torx 20.
I'll show you a little bit about the inside of it if you would like.
I'd love it.
There's just 2 screws, pop everything off. Everything is locked and captive.
Ooh.
So instead of having torque requirements and torque specifications for all of these screws, this just comes right off there. Let me just, it's got a nice seal on it there. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So everything's nice and captive. Yeah. You won't be looking for a screw on the ground.
And where are my knockouts?
Yeah. So those are knocked out down at the bottom. You have a couple on the side here.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I got lots of options.
And when you're making your terminations, your conductors, these come out. And then when you go to input your battery or your PV, you just add those conductors into here.
And they just snap on.
Snap down. Yeah. And then you've just installed your PV array.
That's fantastic. Well, this is really exciting. I like this form factor. It seems like a pretty good situation you got going here.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate you telling me all about it.
No problem, Emmett.
Zach, what am I looking at here?
Yeah, so this is the Essential Backup Load Unit. It's Fronius' version of the microgrid interconnect device. The idea here is that we want to separate the grid from the backup loads when the grid goes out. So this is providing the customer with their energy independence. I can show you a little bit about what's inside. There's not too much going on underneath the hood. However, what we have here is a sub-panel circuit breaker rated for 60 amps. So this will provide 60 amps pass through to a sub-panel. And this will be where all of the backup loads are connected.
You know, you got to watch out for these imposters because they kind of, I mean,
we look so much alike, man.
We do. You know, it's kind of like that movie Twins, but you got to go.
Oh,
hey, Emmett,
you got to watch. You know,
it was one of those situations where I was like, who's who? And then you walked in the frame and I'm like,
I know. You have to watch. Kate is like from the X-Men. She can assume any form. You have to be careful around her. She's very knowledgeable too.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
So you were continuing about this. What do we have here?
Yeah, microgrid interconnect device.
Ah.
So this is where all of our backup loads are going to be connected. So with the Gen24, with the Renon battery. Yeah, and then we'll talk about the Renon battery just a little bit later on in this video.
Okay.
But with the battery, with the Gen24 and the Essential Backup Load Unit, we are powering the customer's energy independence. And this is providing that resiliency there. So we can pass through 60 amps to a critical load panel. We have a couple of different features inside, including an automatic function. So customer is going to leave that on 99.9% of the time.
Okay.
After the 10-year warranty is finished with this device, they may be flipping it to fail-safe if there was some kind of issue with the device later on. But the idea here is that we don't leave the customers in the dark. If this were to ever have any kind of
customers in the dark. Get it? Storage customer. Anyway. Okay. I have the breakers here. Are these smart breakers or is this, or what other function do they?
So this is just simply a microgrid interconnect device that's handling that pass-through and handling that grid separation. These breakers are not smart breakers. Whatever we come up with next for the next rendition, we'll have a couple of extra additions into this box. For now, paired with the Gen24 Plus, this is going to provide that backup load, those backup power to the customer's home.
Okay, cool.
We're starting out here, and then we have that PV point comfort, which I talked about earlier with you.
Yeah. You got to watch it. Hey, man, there's Avengers and X-Men everywhere.
So the idea here is we're providing packages, right?
Yeah.
So we have the idea for a very basic backup system. The PV point is something that's standard with the Gen24.
So it's a shop once, get it all done.
Get it all done. Yep. And whatever the customers need, we can tailor that backup system to their needs.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the battery.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, how's it going? It is Emmett from What's Up Podcast. I'm here visiting the Fronius booth. We're here to talk to Zachary about the Renon solution that they're now offering with their Gen24 high voltage inverter. How's it going, Zachary?
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Emmett. Love being on the show. Let's talk a little bit about the Renon battery. You have any questions?
Yeah, so it kind of looks like Legos. Can you tell me a little bit about why it has that strange shape?
Yeah, so this version that we're seeing here is the Renon Extreme series of batteries in their high voltage architecture. It's a stackable modular battery, which makes it super easy to install. Each module may weigh somewhere around 100 pounds, approximately. Making it super easy to install with two people. One person can get it done if they go, beast mode and really get after it. But what I like a lot about this battery is not only is it stackable between 10 kilowatt hour and 20 kilowatt hour with the Gen24, but it also features a really nice display which gives you state of charge, a little bit of information about what the battery is doing so that everything ties together, especially with the backup mode, with the essential backup load unit and the Fronius inverter. Everything being tied together here, we can get a nice little visual of how the backup system is performing in that case.
I love it. So I've seen something like this before, the Extreme LV series. So this is different from that, right?
Correct. So this is a high voltage architecture, which allows you to install, 10 gauge cables between the Renon battery and the Gen24 instead of, something like 2 aught or something very thick. This allows you to be a little bit more flexible with your battery placement. So if you're in a garage and you need to be away from the car, you can be a little bit more flexible in that case. It also saves on those costs and gives a little bit more efficiency going forward.
Nice, nice. So you said 10, that'd be like 2 of these units, up to 20. So this is 15?
Yeah, this is approximately 15 kilowatt hour units, somewhere a little short of that, 14 point something, 8.
Can you go more than that, or?
Yeah, we can go to 20 kilowatt hours in a single stack, and then they can parallel and daisy chain all the way to 4 batteries for an aggregate total of 80 kilowatt hour.
That's solid. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And then if you wanted more, you just add another inverter or something like that.
Yeah, you could, of course.
Awesome. Very cool. So you got the screen, you'd mentioned that. So this is where the connections happen. How long do you think this, have you done an install with this before?
Yeah.
How long does it take?
Yeah, so we got this battery installed roughly an hour. What's really nice about everything is we unboxed everything, we put everything, stacked everything up, and then just using the Fronius app, we were able to commission the battery and the Gen24 and the backup system together. So cool, approximately an hour to get everything from top to bottom done with the battery, cabled to the inverter, and then connected to the backup system and commission.
I love it. So people talk about chemistry with batteries. The NMC, they don't last as long as LFP. Which one of these chemistries is that? Yeah,
this is a LFP chemistry. It's a little bit more energy dense than NMC and the previous models. Also quite a bit more safe, quite a lot safer.
Who's that guy?
Did you see something? Am I seeing double?
Sorry, we're filming here. Yeah, so, okay, sorry about the distraction there, but so you said LFP, so that's like what, 8,000 cycles? What about the warranty?
Yeah, very good point.
Come with a good warranty?
Very good point. So because of our partnership, the Gen24 has a 10 plus 2-year warranty. So we have a total of 12 aggregate years. Because of our partnership, we were able to have Renon provide a 12-year warranty, greater than 8,000 cycles with this battery particularly. It's a little bit better than what you see maybe on the trade show floor as well. And just gives the customer a little bit of peace of mind with their energy throughput going forward.
Awesome. So I'm guessing you guys have a lot of these installed around the US. So can somebody just contact you guys to add batteries later, or what would they do if they want to add batteries?
That's a very good point. That's a very good point, Emmett. What we have here, the Gen24 can be installed standard, so they would save a little bit of money going forward if they wanted just a PV array. And then later on, there's a software upgrade that Fronius provides, which would bring this into a hybrid inverter, and then they could attach the Renon battery, and they could do this any point in the system's lifetime.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thanks a lot. I think you've answered most of my questions, so I appreciate you helping with that. And did you have any other things you want to talk about?
I did. There's a guy, Pablo, at the Renon booth. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him. He's the marketing guy, really cool guy. I'm gonna go see him over there at the Renon booth, see what he's about. But
I appreciate that.
Emmett, it was great talking with you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. Cheers.